Chosen one, if these words have found their way into your life, trust that it's no accident. God is orchestrating a divine moment just for you, a moment designed to stir your spirit and shift your entire perspective on love and companionship. Lately, you might have felt an inexplicable sense of anticipation, as though something extraordinary is poised to break into your routine existence. Perhaps you've questioned that feeling, dismissing it as a daydream or a fleeting hope. But let me assure you, it's real, and it's unfolding in ways you can't yet see. God is sending a person to uplift you, to stand by you in a bond that transcends the ordinary. This unexpected love may challenge every preconceived notion you've held about relationships or about how blessings manifest, but that's exactly how the divine likes to operate, through acts that defy our small definitions of what's possible. Now, before we dive into the miracle that's about to transform your world, please do 3 small but meaningful things. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment 777 below. By typing those 3 numbers, you're not just leaving a digital footprint, you're making a bold statement of readiness. Let it be your way of telling heaven and earth, I'm here, I'm open, and I choose to receive the love that's coming for me. Even simple actions can carry profound energy when they're grounded in genuine faith. Take a moment to reflect on your journey so far. You've endured heartbreaks that left scars you believed would never fully heal. You've put up walls, built layers of self-reliance, and told yourself you could handle whatever storms life threw at you alone. Yet in the quietest moments, maybe late at night or when you're lost in thought during the day, you found yourself yearning for a companion who understands you, someone who can offer not just fleeting comfort, but genuine uplifting, someone who sees you as you truly are and celebrates your uniqueness without reservation. And still, you might have doubted that such a person could exist, let alone appear in your life. All the while, God has been listening, orchestrating, setting up moments you might have brushed aside as random coincidences or day-to-day trivialities. But those tiny details, those intersections of events or sudden impulses, have been part of a divine tapestry weaving steadily toward this revelation. Your time to receive unexpected love has arrived. If your heart is already racing, that's a sign your spirit recognizes the truth in these words. When God intends to move in a radical way, the soul often senses it beforehand through gentle nudges or subtle restlessness that whisper, "Something big is coming." That restlessness is not a curse. It's a sacred stirring telling you to stay alert, to remain open to encounters that might alter your trajectory. The person God is sending may enter your life in a manner that feels almost anticlimactic at first, maybe a chance meeting in a grocery store aisle, or a mutual friend introducing you at a casual gathering, or a social media message that feels oddly timed. Or perhaps it will be more dramatic, a sweeping entrance that leaves your head spinning. Either way, trust that this encounter is no happenstance. It is an answer to prayers you may have uttered in tears, even prayers you forgot you prayed. Comment 777 if your spirit resonates with the idea that love is about to knock on your door in a form you never predicted. By doing so, you align with the wave of divine intention already in motion. The universe, after all, loves an explicit act of faith. It amplifies the energy behind your convictions. Each small demonstration of belief can crack open once impenetrable doors, letting in the very person you've been longing to meet. Don't let doubt hinder the flow of destiny. Fear says, I must protect myself, but faith whispers, I am safe in God's will. Which voice do you want guiding your choices? If you choose faith, then declare it now with that simple numeric key, 777, and brace yourself for what heaven has in store. Let's talk about what this person might bring to your life. Often we think of love purely in romantic terms, candlelit dinners, heartfelt confessions, a swirl of passion. But God's perspective is broader. This person might indeed become a life partner, or they could emerge as a trusted friend, mentor, or collaborator whose presence elevates you in ways beyond romance. Their role is not limited to fulfilling romantic fantasies. They are being sent to support and uplift your entire being. When someone is truly aligned with the divine plan for your life, their love resonates on multiple levels: intellectual, emotional, spiritual, kindling passions you'd let die or never realized you possessed. You might notice your dreams revitalizing, your energy surging, your creativity sparking in new and unpredictable directions. It's as if a missing puzzle piece clicks into place, and you realize this connection was always meant to be. But how will you know it's them? The universe has a way of providing unmistakable confirmations. You might find yourself repeatedly crossing paths despite all logic, or discovering an uncanny overlap in values and experiences. Conversations flow effortlessly, as if you've known each other for lifetimes. They might mirror strengths and qualities you admire, or reflect back to you parts of your soul you had tucked away out of fear or shame. This person could trigger healing in areas you didn't know were wounded. At times, this can feel uncomfortable. Revelations about yourself or your past might surface. Yet it's precisely through these moments of vulnerability that genuine intimacy deepens, offering a sense of uplift that's unlike anything you've tasted before. Remember, healing is sometimes messy, but oh so necessary. God rarely sends someone just to keep you comfortable. He sends them to facilitate growth, purpose, and a love that can transform both of you in the process. If you find yourself hesitating, wondering if you can trust again, or if you deserve such a magnificent blessing, realize that your hesitancy is completely natural. Life has taught you wariness to protect you from being hurt. But ask yourself, if you keep your heart locked behind walls, how can love ever find you? If you let fear of the unknown hamper your willingness to embrace the new, how can miracles fully manifest? The universe, in its infinite wisdom, sometimes requires a leap of faith from you, a willingness to see beyond the limitations your past experiences have imposed. The person arriving in your life is not your old heartbreak with a new face. They are a fresh chapter, a blessing meticulously tailored to your current spiritual and emotional state. Let your guard remain porous enough for grace to pass through. Comment 777 again if you feel a rising eagerness to step into the blessings God is orchestrating right now. Let that simple numeric expression confirm your internal vow to remain open, even if you can't see the entire path ahead. Faith often works like a lantern in the night, illuminating just enough for you to take the next step with confidence. So take that step. Speak positivity and expectancy over your day. Watch for synchronicities, random mentions of an event you feel nudged to attend, repeated names that keep surfacing in conversation, or an inner sense that you should walk a certain route or accept an invitation. The universe seldom shouts. It speaks in subtle, repetitive symbols that say, yes, this is the way forward. If you follow the breadcrumbs, you might be astonished at how quickly you find yourself face to face with the person you sensed in your dreams. Realize as well that God's timing doesn't always align with your sense of urgency. Perhaps you've been waiting for a long time, feeling like your prayers for companionship or uplifting relationship fell on deaf ears. But everything has led you here, to this moment of readiness. The divine plan ensures that when your soul and the soul of the one meant to uplift you converge, it happens in the fullness of time. Both of you may have needed certain experiences or healing journeys before meeting, or you might not have been ready to receive such a gift in earlier seasons of your life. Now, however, the stage is set. The signal has been given. Destiny converges, and it's your role to say yes, to step up, and to let your life unfold in a new, exhilarating direction. But what if I open my heart and get hurt again? You might ask. Pain in relationships is part of the human tapestry. Even the most divinely orchestrated bond can have moments of friction. The difference is that in a connection ordained by God, the friction polishes both of you, bringing out deeper empathy, forgiveness, and unity, rather than bitterness or fragmentation. You learn to communicate with love, to see conflict as a stepping stone toward greater understanding, not as a deal breaker. This is unexpected love because it disrupts your usual pattern of bracing for heartbreak or sabotage. It proves that true partnership can be redemptive, not destructive. As you allow trust to grow, you'll discover that vulnerability can be a source of strength rather than weakness, especially in the presence of someone who genuinely cherishes your spirit. Consider also how this love might transform your life purpose. God doesn't just bring random people together for fleeting pleasures. Often he pairs souls whose missions complement each other. Maybe you've carried a dream in your heart for ages, an idea for a community initiative, a creative project, a spiritual calling, but lacked a certain spark or collaborator to ignite it. Watch how the synergy of this new connection breathes life into that dormant dream. It's as though you each hold half of a blueprint, and once combined, the design becomes clear, the project unstoppable. This synergy might be the key to unlocking aspects of your destiny you never dared to explore alone. If that resonates, comment 777 yet again, reaffirming your openness to a love that not only fulfills your emotional needs, but also aligns with a greater mission. Practical application can enhance your readiness. Spend time each day in prayer or reflection, actively envisioning a healthy, uplifting relationship. Picture yourself thriving with someone who genuinely wants to see you flourish, who prays for your success, who cheers you on through every challenge. Let that mental image settle in your spirit. If skepticism arises, "I'm just fantasizing," acknowledge it, but don't let it dominate. The mind likes to cling to the known, even if the known is lonely or draining. Yet the heart, guided by divine stirring, can glimpse what is possible beyond your immediate reality. Faith bridges that gap, fueling your will to keep a posture of expectancy. As you navigate your everyday routine, pay attention to subtle changes in your attitude or environment. You might feel drawn to a different social circle or find yourself unexpectedly excited to attend a gathering you usually would avoid. Perhaps a sense of calm envelops you even in the midst of chaos, as though your soul senses the nearing presence of this person meant to uplift you. Anticipation can transform how you approach tasks, making mundane chores glow with a strange, sweet optimism. And if the universe places a random conversation in your path, whether with an old acquaintance or a new contact, tune in with your heart. That might be the very conversation leading you to the next clue or even the direct introduction you've been praying for. Of course, there is the question of timing. When will this happen? The answer is woven into your daily acts of trust and the readiness of your soul. Sometimes, the simplest shift in your mindset can accelerate the manifestation. If you cling to bitterness or stay mired in pessimistic beliefs about relationships, you essentially lock the door from the inside. But if you practice letting go, forgiving past hurts, believing in the possibility of safe intimacy, you throw that door wide open. Because God respects free will, He won't force a relationship that you're actively resisting in your heart. Instead, He invites you to dissolve the barriers that block the blessing. So reflect, do you truly want this unexpected love? Are you ready to be uplifted in a profound, possibly life-altering way? If yes, then voice that yes as a prayer in your journaling, or right now by affirming it with 777 in the comments. Once this person does appear, remain conscious of how you nurture the relationship. Even a heaven-sent connection can wither if neglected or taken for granted. Show gratitude daily. Communicate openly. Make prayer or spiritual reflection a shared habit if possible, building a relationship foundation that is not only emotional, but also anchored in grace. It's easy to let initial excitement fade into routine, so be deliberate about sustaining the spark. Remember, this gift is more than just a fleeting romance or a beneficial contact. It's an opportunity to demonstrate to the world that love can elevate our human experience, bridging earthly struggles and heavenly hope. You might also feel a call to pass on this blessing, encouraging others who believe they're destined to walk alone. Your testimony can spark faith in a friend who's given up on love, or in a stranger who stumbles upon your story. That's how blessings multiply. They're rarely meant for you alone. God's gifts ripple outward, touching lives you never even meet directly. A few comforting words you share might plant a seed in someone else, just as a conversation or video once awakened your belief in new beginnings. In this way, your unexpected love forms part of a grand design, linking hearts across time and distance, weaving testimonies of faith into the broader tapestry of humanity's search for authentic connection. Yet none of this can truly blossom if you remain stuck in cynicism or paralysis. There's always a risk in letting someone in, especially after you've been wounded before. But risk is the currency of transformation. When you open the door for love to enter, you also open yourself to a deeper, more soul-stirring dimension of life. That's how you find joy that doesn't fade with circumstances, because it's rooted in the understanding that love, blessed by God, is an ever-renewing resource. And that joy can cascade into your work, your creativity, your service to others, making every moment of your existence a reflection of divine brilliance. In the end, dear soul, you stand at the threshold of a wonder you may have considered unattainable. God is sending a person to uplift you now, a love so unexpected it might catch you off guard in the most beautiful way. Let your heart leap at the thought. If you feel even a flicker of hope, a tremor of excitement, then hold tight to that feeling. That's the universe whispering that you're not reading these lines by coincidence, that your prayers or tears haven't gone unheard. Embrace the promise of new love with open arms, an open mind, and an open spirit. Resist the urge to protect yourself behind walls you no longer need. This love is not here to break you, but to raise you higher, to remind you that no matter how many times you've stumbled, God's grace remains a wellspring of redemption and renewal. Comment 777 once more if you're prepared to align yourself fully with this blessing. Let your words and your actions confirm that you accept the hand God is extending. Then go forward into your day with a heightened sense of anticipation. Smile at strangers with the knowledge that one of them, or someone connected to them, might be the messenger of your transformation. Engage in your tasks with the quiet confidence that a miracle is on its way, and that you, blessed soul, are about to learn anew what it means to be truly loved and lifted. Throughout the process, maintain a posture of thankfulness. Each morning, declare gratitude not just for what you already see, but for what is quietly unfolding in the spiritual realm. Affirm that your heart is ready, your soul is receptive, your mind is open. Affirm that you're willing to trust divine orchestration over your own limited perspective. When frustration knocks, why isn't it happening faster? Remind yourself that seeds take time to germinate, yet they burst forth at precisely the right moment. So does love destined by God. Let each sunrise reignite your faith. Let each sunset calm your doubts. This is the cycle of patience and surrender that fosters spiritual fertility, ensuring your path to receiving your destined partner is free of self-inflicted obstacles. And so you stand at the edge of a chapter that can rewrite much of what you've believed about love and connection. If you needed confirmation, you have it. God is sending someone who will not merely fill a gap, but propel you upward, urging you to expand your horizons in ways you haven't dared. A person who resonates with your deepest yearnings, fueling your purpose rather than detracting from it. A soul so aligned with yours that their presence can only be described as miraculous. Let yourself be astounded. Let yourself recall that the same divine creator who sculpted galaxies and spun countless stars also cares intimately about your emotional well-being. In the cosmic puzzle, your unique love story is no trivial piece. It's a vital fragment of the greater picture of hope and redemption. Chosen one, take your next steps with unwavering conviction. While you might not know the day or hour this love will materialize, rest assured that it's on its way. Keep your eyes open, your spirit flexible, and your heart unguarded enough to let real intimacy in. When you sense a flutter of something new on the horizon, greet it with faith instead of suspicion. And remember that love, especially a love so guided by divine intention, requires cultivation. It's not about passive waiting, but about living in a manner that invites miracles. Serve, create, pray, dream, and stand ready to be surprised by joy when you least anticipate it. God's blessings seldom arrive on our schedules, but they never arrive late. One last time, I invite you to comment 777 if you haven't, or even if you already did earlier. Reaffirm your yes. Let it stand as a digital monument to this moment of choice. Mark it as the day you claimed the promise that God is sending someone to uplift you, ushering in unexpected love. From this moment onward, carry with you the knowledge that your new chapter is already in motion. Keep your mind on that vibrational frequency of hope, acceptance, and gratitude, and watch how your reality bends to meet that faith. Because while the path might wind, it will inevitably lead you to the door that opens upon the love your soul has always sought. When you stand in that doorway, you'll realize how everything in your life, every heartbreak, every tear, every quiet prayer, converge to usher you toward this union, woven together by the hands of a God who knows exactly what you need. Receive this promise, dear chosen one, and walk forward in bold assurance. Let your spirit shine with expectancy, as though you already feel the presence of this uplifting companion drawing nearer with each breath. And as you wait, you do so not with desperation, but with the calm knowledge that the universe never fails to deliver a love that resonates with your highest calling. That is the essence of unexpected love. Surprising, overdue, and perfectly timed all at once, revealing itself in a manner far richer than any plan you could design alone. Thus, let your days be ignited by anticipation. Smile a bit more freely, speak your dreams aloud a bit more boldly, treat each encounter as potentially sacred. For the person God is sending might appear at any moment, in any guise, carrying the gift of union that will lift you higher than you've soared before. Cherish the thought, and let it create ripples of joy in your soul. Then watch in awe as destiny unfolds in front of your very eyes, a testament to the boundless, unpredictable ways of divine grace. May your path be lit by love, your heart anchored in faith, and your life transformed by the companion who's already en route to bless you.